In a big city, there ruled a king who owned 10 wild dogs. These fearsome creatures were his means of retribution, a tool to punish and devour any of his servants who made mistakes, a consequence for even the slightest slip. Among his loyal people was a servant who once voiced an opinion that the king didn't like. The king's displeasure knew no bounds, and he commanded to throw the unfortunate servant to ferocious dogs. The servant said with fear and desperation in his voice, "Your Majesty, for a decade I have faithfully served for you. Is this to be my fate? If I may, grant me just 10 days before I get to face the dogs." The king, swayed by a spark of mercy, accepted his request. In those following 10 days, the servant devised a clever plan. He approached the guardian who watched over the menacing dogs and asked, "Would you permit me to care of these dogs for the next few days?" The guardian's curiosity piqued, but eventually he agreed. Thus began the servant's extraordinary venture. He nurtured the wild dogs, feeding them, tending to their needs, offering baths, and even crafting cozy corners for their comfort. On the 10th day, the time came for the servant to face his punishment. The king's servants threw him into the middle of the pack of angry dogs. But something surprising happened. The dogs, which used to be fierce and ready to attack, now acted differently. Instead of attacking, they wagged their tails and gently licked the servant's feet. The king couldn't believe his eyes and asked in shock, "What's going on? Why aren't my dogs attacking you?" In a calm voice, the servant replied, "I only spent 10 days taking care of these dogs, and they remember me for that. Yet, I served you faithfully for 10 whole years, and you forgot all about it just because of one mistake." The king realized he had made a big mistake. He saw the truth in the servant's words and immediately set the servant free. We shouldn't forget all the good things someone has done just because of a single mistake. Just like the dogs remembered the good care the servant gave them, we should always remember the kindness and loyalty someone has shown us over time.